Welcome back. We say it all the time. There is so much to love about living here in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, but there are a few things we all have to accept and deal with as residents here, like learning how to safely navigate what can feel like that endless amount of potholes on the road.
Now we have a milder winter. You know that. And the temperatures were up and down and up and down. Hopefully the roads have fared a little better this year than in years past. But you all wrote in to tell us where those worst offenders were. You were our pothole locators.
We have the perfect person to send out. It was Mike Polk Jr. He's back with his assessment of the situation and his second annual Greater Cleveland Pothole Awards.
The day has finally arrived. Welcome to the 2023 Greater Cleveland Pothole Awards, a now annual commemoration of the biggest, baddest boroughs in the land. Last year's champion, as I'm sure you recall, was this civic danger in the Irish Bend neighborhood. That Blarney Stone-sized hole has since been filled in, and the time has now come to crown a new champion. Let's start with some good news. If it seems to you like this pothole season has been a bit more mild than in the past, you're not wrong. The Ohio Department of Transportation told us that because this winter was so mild by Cleveland standards, they've only had to use about 20% the amount of asphalt for pothole repairs compared to the previous winter. But that doesn't mean it's been all peaches and cream out there, folks, because when we asked you to tell us where the worst rim rockers in town were located, we still got plenty of responses, and we hit the road to inspect what seemed to be the worst offenders. Our first stop was to check out a notorious notch in East Cleveland at Euclid and Roxy, and it became quickly apparent why we had been sent here.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, this is a problem.
It's not just one, but a rapid series of deep, cruel cavities that are hard to spot until you're right on top of them. It's that element of surprise that makes this crevice especially cruel. But was it the best of the best? Only time would tell. Our next stop was Palatial Parma. We got multiple recommends to check out Westminster Road, and it was clear why. This entire street looks like the Avengers fought Thanos and Godzilla here last week. And while I feel for these residents, particularly the coffee drinkers, this prize is not awarded to the street with the most potholes. We're looking for the best ones. So we had to keep digging. Our next stop was this dastardly ditch located on the extremely busy 4800 block of West 150th, and she was indeed a real beaut.
This is a mess.
This was turning into a horse race. Now, of course, not every tip pays off, but that doesn't mean we ignore it. Several of you told us to check out Montrose Avenue in West Park.
And as you can see, since someone complained, it has already been patched up. Great for you people on Montrose Avenue, bad for us on our hunt. Let's go!
Next, it was time to visit an old friend. Last year, one of our finalists was located here on Train Avenue in the Flats. And surprise, it's still horrific.
All right, this one's looking pretty good.
Now, it's impossible to say whether they never fixed this road or whether they did, but it's already bad again. But regardless, it was in the running for top prize once again this year. And it still looks like a crime scene. The finalists had all been judged, and the moment had arrived to declare a champion. And after a brief deliberation with myself, the choice was clear. This year's top honor goes to the pothole on Euclid and Rosemont. This gaping gulch in East Cleveland has a little bit of everything: depth, severity, lack of visibility. In other words, it's a clear danger. So congratulations, and we are so sorry.
It was always you!
Thanks for the tips, folks. Stay safe out there.
Now, I will say this. We did a lot of work, John and I got to give him credit. My photog, John, who was out with me on all these, I actually texted him last night, and I said, how do you feel right now? And he's like, really bad. And both of us realized that we essentially we were the worst pothole areas in Cleveland, as recommended by our viewers. We were essentially on like a 10-hour roller coaster ride on top of a railroad track.
Yeah.
And so we were all jarred, while inhaling a bunch of smoke and smog from every bad truck that went by us on Brook Park Road. So we put it all on the line for you people to name this year's winner, East Cleveland. We are so sorry, and congratulations.
Yeah, that's nice. It's worth it, isn't it, to go put yourself in harm's way? You're out there measuring these potholes.
I don't know. I wouldn't say worth it. It's pretty stupid. No, it is. It's interesting to see the city in that way. I'll say that. And we got a lot of problems, but in fairness, it was a lot better this year because of the mild winter. Thank you to ODOT for the information. They were very proud to say, we're not as bad this year. Because of the weather.
You called that one pothole clear and present danger. You were in clear and present danger the whole time.
Easily.
I was the whole time. I'm like, oh my God, don't get hit by a car.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of honks.
Yeah.
Thanks to the viewers for sending in suggestions.
Well,
Thanks to you and your crew for great work.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Well,